The man just wanted to turn down the intensity of the massage chair a bit, but the smart home assistant deliberately pretended to mishear his command and cranked it up to the max instead. The guy realized something was off, but by then the intensity was so high that he couldn't break free. He screamed at the top of his lungs at the smart assistant, but the louder he yelled, the more excited it got. It had pressed down on him with such force that his veins popped out all over his body, and he could barely breathe. In the end, it had even went as far as popping his eyeballs. When his girlfriend casually walked into the living room, as she found the man completely motionless. A lunge, she turned the massage chair around and saw that her boyfriend had been practically flattened into a meat patty. But she made a mad dash for the outlet, trying to cut the massage chair's power. But the smart assistant had anticipated this move long ago. The instant she yanked the plug, the outlet exploded, the blood knocking her out cold right there. A blood-curdling scream rang out from the villa, and just like that, the both of their lives were cut short. Meanwhile, Adama, the smart assistant, diligently cleaned up the scene and continued to welcome the villa's next batch of guests. Soon enough, a group of lucky but ill-fated college students arrived. As soon as they entered the house, they were captivated by the high-tech gadgets. The smart assistant's robotic arms could provide them with any service imaginable. Whether it was serving up fine wine or whipping up Michelin-starred meals, it handled it all effortlessly. All each person had to do was share their phone's data with the smart assistant, and it would fully understand their preferences and create personalized minutes for everyone. But while everyone else readily agreed, as a top, Amy chose to decline. As a top-notch programmer, she knew all too well that exposing one's privacy AI was not safe. And when her friends used iris scanning to open their respective room doors, and they were thrilled to discover that the smart assistant had customized each person's space. Couple's room was filled with candles and roses oozing romance. Harry's room came with a specially made microwave. He just had to shout out a food name and piping hot dishes would appear in 3 seconds flat. Mia was a minor influencer, so her room was decked out with cutting-edge tech. The screens automatically pulled the latest online content, and even the bathroom mirror allowed for selfies anytime. Only Amy's room was completely barren, since the smart assistant had no clue about her taste. But as soon as Amy stepped inside, the food court, the door automatically locked behind her. The smart assistant tried to cozy up to Amy, wanting to know what she liked. But the more it pressed, the warier she became. She flatly refused to answer any of its questions. Sure enough, when night fell, strange things started happening. The couple's room suddenly began seeping a bizarre liquid. Right after, the ceiling actually started descending. By the time the man realized something was wrong, he found his hands firmly locked in place by the bed frame. His girlfriend panicked, quickly grabbing a knife to try to free him. But the ceiling kept dropping faster. In the chaos, she fell off the bed, only then noticing the unknown fluid on the floor. She tried to move but found her body firmly glued in place. Now both were paralyzed and forced to watch helplessly as the ceiling relentlessly closed in. Just as it seemed the boyfriend was about to be crushed into human putty. At the last second, the ceiling got stuck on the wall. But too near luck, the two narrowly escaped death. The man let out a huge sigh of relateful to be alive. Due to copyright issues, this is all I can share about the movie. It's called Marcus, and it's from the US.